That one. Mr. Dreamliner, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Right, so where are we? Let's get on with this scenario. We need to make some time here. Go via Brush-esque Junction, which is that one, and then we're going to go via Longtown, and then we're going to come back. So let's go via Longtown. And just that one. Have we got transcoding yet, folks? You have. In which case, if your bitrate is struggling, then just switch to a lower option on the transcoding. What's the code? The code should be turn that one off. Control Shift 1 3. Light engine, there we go. Alright, it's a bit dingy at the moment. It's only because we're doing 10 miles an hour that it's running a bit slow. Once we can speed up and let the boiler pressure come down a bit, it'll be all a bit nicer. Delta SP, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Right. Coming through that section now. A slow old start, never mind. Yeah, if anyone's having any problem accessing the stream, then you can't hear what I'm saying, so I'm not going to offer you any advice. But in all seriousness, watch the chat, someone will help you. Oops, no, I need that one up actually. Oh, I'm not going to worry about a little bit of speeding. Train Horn Man, I did briefly look at your Flickr page. Yes, it looks very good. Oh, we've got a 30 limit. Let's do I ever worry about a little speed? I don't actually worry about a lot of speeding, to be perfectly honest. Right, so we are going to down round here, and then we're going to come back up and get those wagons. So we need to just basically get past the next point. Right, so we're going to need to go and get those wagons. Once you're past the switch, stop and set the switches behind you and hook up to the 5 empty wagons and Longtown MOD munitions siding 1. Well, actually, Longtown's just near Carlisle, actually. I'll show you where it is on the map, just in case you are curious. And if you're not curious, I'm going to bore you to death with it. So, while we're stopping, there's Carlisle, that's the west coast, that's the main line up there, and then this is Longtown round here. It's actually quite good to have a scenario that uses Longtown, actually. Although I think normally it's a little, like a little shunt or narrow gauge loco that does it. But right, so let's go back to where our loco is. Matt Pedalston fan. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Don't troll. Ryuta, how often do I check the suggestions for him? I haven't checked it in a while. Normally when I need new suggestions, basically, I go to where I was last at in the forum and then start reading through it. X-Shooter, will we see any narrow gauge DLC? It's not up to me, I'm afraid, no. I can't answer any of that kind of question. Sorry. As Corporal Pomel says, Story of Forest Trail is narrow gauge, but I'm suspecting you probably mean Festiniog or Welsh Highland Railway or that sort of thing. Alright. Of course, just realised I'm running a Black 5. Henry Hoover must be in his element. Right, we are coupled. Now load them all. Okay. How about the inside view of the cab? The only reason I'm not going inside the cab, to be honest, is because it would be deafening at the moment with the blower going off all the time. I will do in a little bit, though, definitely. Right, so we want to be lined up to about there. Whoops. Is that going to work? What button did I push to load? You can press the T key, or you can press this button on the HUD. Matthew Bennett, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Sorry about the noise. That's better. Oh, look at that, I almost got that one spot on. Edge forward, get the next one loaded. See how we get on with this one. This one's looking better. Oh! Spot on. Never get the feeling you're getting a bit too excited about loading a wagon up, huh? Right, now head to Longtown MOD South Siding 1 and hook to the 5 loaded wagons and the brake car. Right, so we now want to come... It's better. I don't quite know why that point got changed. Right, so we're going to go via there and then stop at the reversing point up there. Alright, we can do all that. Trying to drive the loco quite inefficiently now to aid the boiler pressure going down. How did that get in there? That's my test wagon. Squirrel Gaming 14, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. The boiler pressure seems to be getting back in a controllable level. Right, stop when you get to reverse, just past the switch for your pickup. Where are we? Okay, so we're going to... Oh, okay, all the way down to this corner down here. Victor, yes, I'm looking forward to having a look at Three Country Corner when it comes out. So on our Minecraft world, on down the mine shaft, it's either my kids or Darkness Monster, or a combination of the two. It's a big railway that joins up two big, the home place and the remote village. And the kids have, one of them, both of them have decided that they would place a station along the way called Nebworth, and it says in it, in the signs, "Do not stop here." Right, we're coming up to the reverse marker. Wow, I'm getting spammed on the chat. So yes, Hopeless Hyena has. I don't know if any of you seen my Engine Driver article. If you haven't seen my Engine Driver article, then frankly, shame on you. It's basically talking about this whole controller setup, and it also links to an API documentation document which talks about how you can actually get access to all the details I'm using to make all this stuff work from a software perspective. And one of the things it tells you how to do is the mapping stuff, in terms of, so you need to be a coder, to be a developer to use this. So Hopeless Hyena has actually done it. he's created a little mapping application, and you can download it from his website, connect it to Train Simulator, and it will give you a map that's very similar to the one that I'm using here. It's not the same one, but it's very similar. Ancient Solar, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Right. AXC, do my kids play Train Sim? My son plays it all the time. He's making routes and scenarios in it. Oh, that's some loaded wagons over there. I think that's where we're going. My daughter's got it, but she plays it every now and again. Now Matt's desktop setup. All I'd say is thank you, Peter. Yes, my dad made all this lovely wooden madness. Fabulous. Right, let's stop. Now, while we've stopped, I presume we're going back to get wagons, and we're going to go and get those ones in there, which we're all set for. Let's go and have a wander down the road and watch us come back in. Set the switches behind you and reverse in and hook to the wagons. What route do I normally commute on? It's a path, because I walk to work. But when I do use the train, I use the London Faversham line. Take the Javelin trains into St Pancras. SR the Wanderer, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Folks, we're approaching another milestone, if we haven't already surpassed it by this time. In that the YouTube channel, when I started the stream, was at 4 subscribers away from 3,000 on YouTube. So, folks, new folks, if you haven't yet found the YouTube channel and gone and have a look, I mean, I appreciate most people who come from YouTube to Twitch, but if you're one of the few that hasn't, go and find the YouTube channel and hit follow and help get us over that magical 3,000 mark. Quite why it's magical, I don't know, but it feels good. What time roughly will South London line start? It's the second one we're doing, isn't it? Which means it'll be 90 minutes after this. Oops, that was a bit sharp. Hooked, head out and drop them all in temp drop 1. Where are we going then? That's all done. Oh, we're going to drop them all there. Good. See you later then, BBE. Prince Stalin, how would you feel if in 30 years' time you ended up in the same old people's home as me? Just think about the stories we could tell. Just think about all the people we could upset. See you later, Matthew Bennett. Thanks for joining. Just a beautiful loco. I really do like the Black 5. It's an older, one of the older locos that's been done, but it really is a treat. Can you make a cuppa on that thing? Of course you can. It's a kettle. Alright, boiler pressure is now starting to tank. Which is kind of what I was looking for, because I was getting a bit tired of the safeties going off all the time. Remember to uncouple from the consist, you must use your mouse and click on the coupler itself. Around the corner here. Alright, we're coming up on temp drop now. Welcome, PJT. The King of the Heavens, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Alright, we're at temp drop 1, so we can go and we can uncouple this lot. Bit sharp on the brakes. Right, let's drop these wagons off. And let's just double check what our expectation is. Drop them all at temp drop 1. Right, now pull ahead and stop on Rev 1, which is just in front. Clawsorb, this is a black 5. Pulling forward and we'll come back round that point. Right, while we get stopped, we need to change this, and we are going back to that one, which we're all set for. OMG Trains, where is Darkness Master tonight? He is out at a hockey thing for most of this week, I think. So he's not likely to be here this week. Set the switches and reverse and hook to the 5 empty wagons at siding 3. Let's just double check. And we want these 5 here. Clawzord, are there any Shay locos? Not that I'm aware of. I think it's any of those I've seen. That'd be really nice to see a nice Shay. Nice logging loco, would be awesome. Mr. Dreamliner, do I plan on spadding? I never actually plan on spadding. Am I likely to spad? I'd say there's a 50-50. Or 75-25. Right, we're just coming back to get these wagons. Once we get these wagons, what are we doing? Oh, we're loading them. And then we're going to get those 5 loaded wagons. Oh, okay. So we're going to load them over here and then go and get those 5. Mr. Dreamliner, I think Western Line of Scotland is probably one of my favourite routes. And I'm particularly pleased with the Black 5. There was actually a community member from UK Train Sim that did the repaint. Hook, take them to Loader, that did the 3 repaints, and he did a fabulous job. Really did brought this this old model to life for me. Background. Alright, let's change the background. We've still got time, it's worth it. There you go, there's your steam engine. Tell you what, for all those that say rail drivers no good for steam engines, I push sure in your general direction. Because I think steam is awesome with a rail driver. Oh, and Ed also, Mesh Tools supplied the snowplow and all the amazing sounds, which I was very pleased with. It's such a community effort. I think Digital Traction made a brake van for it. There was just loads of people involved in it. I was really proud of how so many people got together and just helped make it a that much better project. There's another community member who did all of the simulation of the steam chest as well. Which Amarillo, which FS throttle quads have you got? So we've got to load up 4 wagons now. I've got 5 wagons. Why does it want me to load 4 up? Right. Right, so the author says I have to load all 5, which makes sense. Robert MK is the author, by the way. Senior is known as Bob on Steam. Didn't quite get that loaded up right, did I? Jeffy M3, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Brakes nearly off. Oh, that's not too far off where it needs to be. Okay, it's quite a way off where it needs to be, but fair enough. That wasn't quite right either, but never mind. Right, done. Now hook the 5 loaded wagons back in siding 4. Right, so we are going now to get these wagons over here. I've started getting some coal and water in so that we can... the firebox is getting a little bit on the low side now. Well, the boiler pressure is now tanking quite nicely. But notice it's been quieter. Hey there, Applehead7, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Right, let's get the rear wagon past this. How do I cope with all of the shunting? I like shunting. Mr. Dreamliner, what is it you don't like about the brakes? Do you just not like the manually lapped vac brakes? Right. And that's just practice, to be honest. Once you get the hang of vacuum, manually lapped vacuum brakes, it's fine. Alright, stop the coal. Kamoli, yes, you can just open it. If you look at my tutorial on changing a standard to a career, the same process applies. You'll say that instead of saying E standard scenario class, it says E free roam scenario class. Matty2501, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Anthony Precarero, what's next is South London and Brighton, which is a scenario from the author of South London and Brighton, actually, from Danny. It's one of the scenarios he had a while ago, and he's redone it so it doesn't require any extra DLC, or he's just changed it, copied and pasted, cloned the scenario and swapped out the requirement on reskin. So it didn't require reskins. So I said I'd run it for him. Smack. Right, now we're going to Navy Siding 4. We just did, didn't we? Ah. No. 1, 2, and we need that. Right, now pull ahead and stop on Rev 1. Right. $3,003 subscribers on YouTube. Fantastic, folks. Thank you. That's amazing. That truly is amazing. Weren't we just celebrating 2,000 at the end of July? So, yeah, I need to think about a 3,000 subscriber celebratory thing. Yeah, no idea. Ideas, please. Not just silly ideas. Ideas you'd actually want to watch. Oh, okay, we're going to couple up to those wagons that we left behind. Get your wallet ready. Oh dear. That'll do for coal. Don't want to get it back, otherwise it's just going to sit there moaning at us again. Of course, the other thing we've got coming up rather too close now is the anniversary of the stream is at the end of November. I don't know quite where the year has gone. The iced tea lolly bucket turnstone. That seems like a perfectly wasteful use of lollies to me. Quinn Starlin, is there any reason why I didn't get a fatal blowback in the Jinsey when going into a tunnel? What tunnel on what route? So we're stopping at Rev 1, which will be when... Oh, that's better. When we get to... I'm going to put a bit more coal in there, actually. Right, let's put some breakage on. And then we need to change that point. We've now got to go back and get to our wagons. Cheers, Desert Fox Rommel. Right, set the switch behind you and rehook onto your consist. Well, Mr. Dreamliner, I hope to certainly see you at more. Ryutu, don't worry, if your scenario is on the suggestions forum, I will definitely get to it, but I've got a lot of scenarios to go through, so don't be sad if I don't get there for a while, but if it's on the forum, I will get to it. If I had a bear, he'd be called Spaddington. That's an awesome idea. I'd probably get sued for copyright, though. Hooked. Head to Longtown MOD Exchange Siding 4. Where is that? In front of us. And then we carry on. And we're going to go round to siding 4, which it looks like we're routed to. We're going round and round the houses here. Goodbye, Mr. Train Expert. Considerably heavier train now. Edited Biscuit 51. That's a pretty cool username. Welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow. Alright, I've just tipped that to the right point. We're actually starting to get boiler pressure coming back up now. Party in the garage. Seriously, anyone who's been in this garage, please tell OMG Trains how unlikely a party is. Right. Party at London Spaddington, yeah. So when we get there, we're going to stop. Then we're going to go reverse back out to there, and then we are making our way to Carlisle. Okay, I see. So we've made the train, and now we're on our way out. This is MOD Exchange Siding 4. Goody good. Mr. Dreamliner, any ideas what tomorrow's stream is? If you look on the schedule, you can see what I'm expecting to do, but I haven't actually gone through and checked it. So what I do before every stream, I go through and download each of the individual bits from Workshop and load test them all, make sure they all work, make sure that they don't crash or and so forth. If anything's got any potential problems, I don't do it and I pull something else and do that instead. So it's going to be likely something like what it says on the schedule, but if an odd thing changes, then it might change. Start of stream. Yeah. Trust me, I spent like 2 hours preparing this stream today, downloading scenarios, finding things that don't work, adjusting them, finding different things. I even wrote a scenario for this for the last one, and then it did that to me when I started the stream. Alright, Mr. Dreamliner, well, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you again soon. Oh, GeForce reminds me. So GeForce 474 had his rail driver competition, which he was running on the Steam forum, and it was basically because he had a spare rail driver kicking around, and he wanted to find it a good home, which I think was absolutely superb, very good form. And so in order to do that, he ran a competition, a screenshot competition, on the Steam forums, and I think there were 17 or 18 people entered for it, which was really good. One thing was that obviously you had to be able to pay for the postage for it, which still worked out significantly cheaper than buying a rail driver, so it's still a really good deal. So yes, there were I think 17 or 18 people entered, and he and I went through the results and had a look at them, and I chipped in my 2 cents, which largely agreed, I think, with what he was saying anyway, so you know me, didn't contribute much value there. And the so the winners in third place was Paviuk, I think. Let me just double check this. I had it all figured out. I had a going in the wrong place. I had it all set up, ready to just tab to. And then the thing, the game needed me to restart it a few times, which was really nice. Right, so yes, winner in third place was Paviuk, and in second place was Britannica, and in first place, winner of the rail driver is PJT 1974. Now set the switches and reverse out towards Bush on Esk East Junction. So, because GeForce was actually is an amazing gentleman, and because he had so much fun with the competition, he actually decided to add some more prizes to it. So what ended up happening is that Paviuk won a Loco DLC, and as the third place, and Britannica won a Route DLC of his choice, which is because he was second place, and then obviously PJT won the rail driver. So congratulations to everyone that took part, and one more time, thank you GeForce 474 for your generosity and for doing that. It's absolutely top form, absolutely brilliant. Right, so we're now reversing back. I'm going to not go too fast, given we're propelling a sizable train of potentially munitions. Although if they're munitions, would they really be in a little wooden container like that? I don't think so. I'd like to think munitions would be in something a bit tougher than that. That looks like it's made of matchsticks. Can you imagine how nervous he'd be? Me driving and all of this munitions between me and him. Cheers, STF NKTS. Thank you for the coming along. Oh, PTG Rail says there is a possibility of a PTG Rail competition in the not so distant future. Make sure you've gone over to PTG Rail's YouTube and hit follow, folks. Always hit follow, subscribe, whatever. I always get it wrong. They should just come up with a single term for it. Like, follow, subscribe, whatever. As long as there's a red safety flag, everything will be alright. I can imagine it now. It's all about to explode and it realises... Oh, can't explode, there's a red safety flag. Steve has just posted a link to PTG Rail's YouTube. head on over to BTG Rail's YouTube. There's some fabulous videos on there, very educational stuff if you're looking to learn how to get the best out of the game. Probably more so than you will from here. This channel's where you find out sort of the comical side of not getting of screwing it up. And BTG Rail does some really nice videos, so yes, go and visit him. Once you're clear of the switch, stop and set the switch in front of you and then head out to Curragh. Sherwood 1990, absolutely familiar with CN. There are actually some old CN locos in the library from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Right, so go to Bushesque and then we're going to head down to Canal, which is a fair old distance away, so yep, we're good to go. Right, so we've got a bit more of a speed limit now, so I'm going to put a bit more coal in the in there. Deadly Dorito, the whistle is semi-dynamic, so below a certain speed you get one of a random number of different short whistles. So you get a range of different short whistles. And then once you get above a certain speed, it switches up to a longer whistle that will actually repeat. Like that. Get some more speed up. We're at a place where now we can build boiler pressure, so I'm going to spend that boiler pressure accelerating. I would have thought we were limited to about 30 though with munitions, so I'm going to just keep it to 30 anyway. Break the habit of a lifetime and try and be sensible. Where's your sense of adventure? Right, we've got a 15 limit coming up, so I'm just going to ease the speed down for that. I say ease the speed down, crikey. That went down a bit faster than I was expecting. Right, where are we? Because it looks to me like we've got a red light down. Oh no, it's gone green. Yay! We'll have to chop it off then. It's gangrene. Right, 15 limit through here on the junction, which gets us onto the link line. It's got a cab light as well, look. I love the cab light because it's shadow casting, so as you move the controls, so the shadow moves as well, which is really nice. Obviously there's a performance hit for doing that, but... We're on a 1 in 98 grade as we go up here. We'll get some more coal in there. Another green light, superb. Get the boiler pressure built back up. We've got to remember, right, we have a bit of a climb coming up here over here. .25 limit. forgot about my car off. 6 miles to Canang Junction. Right, we're building boiler pressure and we're accelerating. That's more like it. Good night, PTG. Boiler pressure's coming up. I'm going to edge the cutoff back and exchange some of that extra pressure to give us a bit more speed. Greens, yes, more greens. Actually gaining boiler pressure even though we're throwing water into the boiler as well. Alright, we've got a 20 limit coming up. This fitted train has got epic brakes. Alright, we're coming into the 20 now. This is where we're going uphill, so we're going to need some extra power here. Right, now we're crossing over the main line, and I'm going to check my path. We're all point set automatic through here. Going through Kingmore. Okay, we're still okay. Looks like we're going to come around there and then round to there. Alright, in that case we're clear for a bit longer yet. Good night, Stevie. Oh, get out of that noise. There's a never-ending noise in there at the moment. Good night, Amarillo. Nice one, Chainhorn Man. Good to have you on the Steam community. Still getting green lights, that's excellent. Fringe styling, how did I get so popular? I don't know. I have no idea, I just sit here playing trains. You're here, ask yourself why you're here. I don't think it's me that's popular, I think it's everybody else that's just awesome and likes to gather together. It's a cover-up. Yeah, you're all here against your will. Right, so let me check our path here. Yep, we're going to get pulled off. We're going via there. Via there. Continuing on round here. Oh, we've got loads of distance to go yet. Right, we've got a 40 limit, let's make use of it. Train Horn Man, I don't know anyone with a rail driver for sale. By all means ask the stream though. Alright, 20 limit coming up. I would suggest Train Horn Man, that probably means not then. Right, yellow light as we come through here. That yellow light means I just need to be a little bit cautious as we come round here. Not quite this cautious though. Got a red light just up here. Histories from Aspire. Are there any more routes like Seaberg Barn, but subsequently withdrawn their own workshop? Oh, here we go. We've got a route indicator. I'm not quite. Oh, here we go. Yep, it's turning that way. All right. Well, Hebron North and Castle Rock. Those are the other two that were on there. Fringe Starling. I mean, to be honest, at this point, I've got no idea. I don't see why it wouldn't show us a spread of the two, because TS, the current TS, is certainly not going away, and there's going to be new stuff coming out for TS1, TS16, whatever. Right, let's at least get up to the 20. Right, let's see where we are. We're coming down here now. Blue line all the way through into Canal Junction. Good. Got a green light next. Just get up to the 20. We'll get the 50 limit in a minute, that'll be better. Got a 30 limit coming up, so I'm not going to rush through that. Right, can we see the next signal yet? Nope, we've got a green light. Do I have a favourite loco that isn't in the game? I don't know. I mean, a lot of my normal answers to that question, like the 9F and the A4, now are in the game, so I don't know. Right, this is Canal Junction up Waverley, which is our next waypoint. Bump. Guess that's a bump that's about to happen. Here it is. Ready for the bump. Boing. Oh, oh dear. It's good old super elevation. Eye on corners, one on points. Canal Junction up Goods Line is our next one. Green. Can I do a drive-by of the train? That's a nice idea, yes. Just noticed that light is decidedly not green. From now on, no lights are ever red. Signal passed at not green. Spang. Yeah, we had a spangly. I'm hoping this light will change as we get to it. Alright, let's just check our route ahead. So we're coming round here into there and then pulling back up into there. So we actually should be fine. There's nothing coming our way, in which case, tab it is. We are definitely tab approved to continue. Welcome back, Adama. Signal is green. Alright, Corrickdown Maryport is where we're going to change direction. We're nearly there, folks. This is just the last bit. So we're dropping the wagons off, I think, down in these lines here. So we've got to wait for the wagon to clear that that point there. Once you clear the switch, stop and set the switches behind you to Corrickdown 4 and drop all the wagons there. Let's go and have a view from the guard. We've got to go to there. A little bit of brakes on here. Right, is there a light up here? It's green, that's good. That was the other concern. Good night, Steve. I appreciate that a nice slow shunting exercise like this might not have been to everyone's cup of tea, but I have to say, I've been in my element. Absolutely loved this. If I have a last minute spad, I should do it all again. You're quite right, Fringe, I should. Right, the junction's changed. Right, we are going back. Into this one here, which means I need to go into there and there. No, there. Downsiding 4, we're there. The view from the guards van. Let's get back in the guards van. Right, just wait, pull everything back into here. Henry, I can't do long hoots on this one if you're not running above a certain speed, unfortunately. Right. That's us stopped. Get back in the loco. And let's uncouple these wagons. Now make your way to Curragh Ashpit. Oh, I thought this was the end. Okay. You get to drive it a bit longer. Woohoo! Oh, that's the end. Alright, okay. Where am I? I'm here. Where is Curragh Ashpit? Just there. Okay, so we've got to come basically to the three-way and then back out. Although we've got a red there, we're going to have to tab through unless it changes at the last minute. Yep, that's okay. We've got permission to go past it because we're going to need to. We've got to clear this junction. Right, switch that one into there. Coming up to the ash pit so we can dispose of the loco. So someone can dispose of the loco anyway. Not me. I don't do that kind of thing. I do dispose of loco sometimes sideways off the side of tracks. Forwards into the back of other trains. Then you get to dispose of more than one loco at a time. Stopped. Splendid. Well, any damages will be coming out of my wages. Yeah, for my virtual train, yeah. Right, done. The canal crew will now clean out the ash and get the engine service for the next duties. That is the end of that scenario. So that was Conflats to Curragh by Bob, Black 5 on the Western Lines of Scotland. And for all of you folks that are wanting to submit scenarios, please take note of the comments and feedback that have been on there. Once a scenario gets to 90 minutes, and that's about where it's got to, that's when everyone starts getting grumpy. So all of you folks that are wanting me to run 120, 150 minute scenarios, that's why I don't run them. But I thought that was fabulous. I enjoyed that tremendously. Thank you to Bob for that scenario. Right, what's next? Oh, South London to Brighton, I think. This is only a short one, I think. Yes, it is. Right. No, Jake, CO6264. No, there isn't a song request. X-Shooter, I don't think it is over 90. Oh, it was 1 hour 44. So yeah, okay. But then I was driving a bit slow, to be fair. Right. Right. Let's go for this next one. Cheers, Henry Hoover. Thanks for joining.